Hi everyone, it's Michelle with YogiApproved.com. Today we have a special treat for you. It's going to be a class all about foam rollers, what they are, how to use them, and how they can make your body feel great. So when you're ready, we'll meet you on your mat, grab your foam rollers and your yoga mat, and we'll see you soon. Foam rollers are a fantastic tool for an act of self-massage at home. So a lot of us don't have time to go and get a deep tissue massage. These are fantastic for working those deep connective tissues, the fascia that's all throughout your body. So whether you're at home or at the gym, you can take these tools with you and get a fantastic deep tissue massage. Who can benefit from these foam rollers? Absolutely anyone. You can be a weightlifter, a CrossFitter, a yogi, a runner, anyone. Even if it's your rest day and you just want to work on those deep connective tissues, improving your circulation, restoring the body, or even easing up some pain or finding more flexibility or mobility in the body, anyone can use these foam rollers. So how do we use them? The first thing I want to talk about is slowing down with the foam rollers. So really being mindful about them, using them with intention, finding each tight spot in your body and taking the time to work through it, breathing through it, finding that opening in the tissues and really allowing the healing to happen in your body. There are many types of foam rollers. For this video tutorial, I am using two styles from ProSource. One is the high density foam roller. It's a smoother surface. It's great when you're just starting out to foam roll. The other one is the 2-in-1 Hexa design. It's great to add just a little bit more intensity to when you're foam rolling your body. So let's get started with our foam rolling tutorial, moving right into the shoulders. I like to use the longer foam roller for this. So we'll go and clear the yoga mats, place our foam roller lengthwise, coming into a boat pose shape. Slide the foam roller almost to the base of the spine, and then very slowly start to allow your spine to lay right on top of that foam roller. So you want your entire spine here, the base of the neck, everything is supported by the foam roller. You can extend your legs if you'd like. And already you see my chest and my shoulders are starting to open. You can spend a few moments here breathing into this space, allowing your body to open and relax. And if you would like to add to this, bring those arms up overhead, palms facing each other. Start to connect to the breath, and with your exhale, we'll drop the shoulder blades toward the foam roller. So squeezing the shoulder blades together, and you'll feel that nice massage right in between the shoulder blades. Inhale, lift up, and then exhale again. And you can pause here, contracting the shoulder blades together and maybe moving up and down on the foam roller. Just getting a little bit more opening and massage here. One more time, inhale up, and exhale, drop it down. Continue with that variation. If you'd like to add a little bit more intensity, you can cactus the arms, palms open, and on your exhale again, contract the shoulder blades together, and you'll get even deeper into the shoulder blades, rocking back and forth if you'd like, moving side to side, finding those sweet spots and holding. And you can reach up and maybe exhale down one more time to a new space. Play with that as long as you'd like. Last variation we can work with the shoulders is reaching the arms up overhead and then gently start to bring the palms back. This is great if you're just starting out, if your shoulders and chest are really tight. Gravity can really come into play here and allow you to relax and open up just a little bit deeper. A few breaths here if you'd like. And when you're ready, slowly bringing the palms back down onto the earth. You can either roll right off of your foam roller to the side, which is kind of fun, or you can press the forearms down, bring the chin in toward the chest to come up to seated. Next up, we'll go right into the side body. So I'm going to switch out my foam rollers and go for the shorter variation here. Working our left side first. We'll start with the lats. So up here, right underneath into your shoulder blades in the back. So you can kind of play with which part, but mainly around where your lats are. Your forearm can be down to support your upper body. And then from here, it's all up to you onto where you want to find those tight spots. You can roll forward. You can roll back. And again, finding that spot and then breathing into that area, really give it the opportunity to relax and to release. And if this is not enough intensity for you, remember you can always try out the different variations of foam rollers, maybe going to the textured variation. To continue with the side body, we'll go down to the obliques. It's our abs right here on the side. Top of the hip point, bottom of your rib cage is where you want the roller to go. And gently drape yourself right over. So even this oblique smash right here can be a nice deep opener for the tissues and really allow your body to relax. You can start to roll back. There's one, coming to your low back. Stay here, breathe through any tight spots, any tension again, to give that loving care to your body. This is your self-massage. So really give yourself the opportunity to find some relief. Coming back to center, we'll switch sides. Going over to the right. Again, we'll start with the lats. So we'll come up here. Different sides of the body can be different, so feel free to take a little bit more time on one side than you would the other. And again, I'm gonna lean forward, and then I'll lean back to find that spot. Once you find that place of tension, again, find your breath. Maybe you find a new one. And when you're ready to roll down to the obliques, again, bottom of the rib cage, top of the hip point, gently fold right over your foam roller. Forearm down if you'd like. Again, stay here for a few breaths. So just like in your yoga practice, you're using your breath, so you're allowing your body to relax. So the more you can release and allow the opening to happen in your body, the more benefits you're gonna find from this practice. I'll roll slightly back onto my low back. Coming back to center when you feel complete, and we'll go ahead and come up to seated. I'll keep my smooth foam roller here, and we'll get into some work on your back. Coming into that boat pose shape that we take in yoga. You want the foam roller to be at the base of your rib cage when you lay down. So right about here, so a couple inches away from your hips. So give yourself a nice big hug. And what this does is it actually tightens your tissue, so it exposes them a little bit more so we can get deeper into the work here. Gently start to roll back till you meet your foam roller. Keep holding and hugging in here and release all the way down. Already starting to feel the opening. And you can stay here for as many breaths as you'd like. If you like to roll down the foam roller, lift up those hips, slide down. Go into a new area of the spine. Continuing up toward the base of the neck. Maybe you find that thoracic spine. This is a yummy opener here. So keep hugging in, allowing the tissues to be tight, and then maybe rolling side to side. Breathing, contracting, allowing all of this yummy deep tissue work to happen freely. When you're ready, tuck the chin in toward the chest. You can roll up the foam roller again, place the palms on the earth, gently come back up, boat pose. So already your spine should feel a little bit nice and loose. Extend the legs, and we'll keep continuing down the back body. So I'll stick with my foam roller, the smooth variation, and we're gonna start to work on the glutes and the hips. Rolling the hips onto your foam roller. To target one at a time, we'll start to shift the weight over. So I'm gonna work towards my right hip here. So I'll shift my weight over towards the left side of the foam roller. So I have my left hip actually off of the roller. Then I take my left leg, I drape it over the right, and I start to work into my glutes, into my hips, finding those places of tension, and again, relaxing, breathing, allowing the body to get heavy. Ooh, that was a good one. And gently open here. Nice deep tissue work. So your entire body is connected with this tissue. So it is great to work your entire body that we will today. So if you have any pain in certain areas, you can find relief maybe from low back, can be tight hamstrings. So working your hamstrings or your glutes can actually relieve that low back pain. And then whenever you're ready, we'll switch. So left foot down, come over to the right side of your foam roller. Left hip stays on the roller, drape that right foot across the left leg. And again, you can lean over, find your first tight area. So you know that you're doing some really good work here and you've actually worked through those tissues when the pain basically goes away. So when you sit here and you breathe into this area and you allow your body to relax and the tissues to have a nice massage and that pain goes away, then you move on to the next spot. So finding another one, spending a few more moments there. And when you feel complete with your hips and your glutes, we'll go ahead and drop that right side down and then continue down the back body toward your hamstrings. So I'll work with my right leg first. It's a great way to add intensity by just draping that left leg over the right. I'll go ahead and start with just extending my right leg, lifting up my hips, and rolling until I find my first spot. So I'll stay down towards my knee and side to side with the hamstring until you find a spot. Work through that. And if you feel complete there, then maybe you roll up the leg to a new area. And again, side to side. Spend a few moments in those tight areas. And then I like to go all the way up to where my glutes connect here. And I can contract and I can release. If you want to add some intensity to your hamstring opener here, you can drape that left foot over. And again, contracting and release. Moving on to the left side, we'll just switch right over. I can drop my right foot down until I find my first area. Again, maybe moving side to side, going across the muscle here. And finding your breath. You can keep your hips lifted or dropped. So remember that if this is too much on your hamstrings, you can drop your hips down. If you do want to add the intensity, again, you can drape your right foot over your left. And when you feel complete with your hamstrings, drop the hips to the earth and we'll keep going. So to the calves. One thing I want to mention about the calf muscles is they are a little bit more tender than some of the bigger muscles in our legs. So do give yourself a little bit more loving, gentle kindness when you're working in this area. Starting with the right side, coming onto the calf. With the calf muscle, you want to think side to side, just like the bigger muscles. So right here. So I found a spot right here. I'm going to add some more intensity by draping my left leg over. So I'll work through this area and then I'll move on to a next. So I've come into an area here that's pretty intense. So I'm actually going to drop my hips down to the earth and allow this to slowly open. And then maybe up the intensity again by lifting up my hips. Same thing on the left side. Left leg down for my left calf. I'll drop my hips and release my right leg. Giving it a moment to gently open. Then maybe lift my hips, add some intensity, and draping that right foot over. Whew. Right here, finding my breath again. And then we'll slowly release. Feet to the mat. So now the whole back body has been worked. So we'll go ahead and work our front, starting with the glutes. Grab your foam roller. Again, I'll go ahead and stick with this one. And we'll come onto the side. So I'll work my left quad first. Rolling onto the side here. You can place your left palm down or your left forearm onto the earth to support your upper body. Extend that left leg, the bottom leg, your back leg, your right leg could be behind your left for support. Start at the back of your foam roller and then slowly start to rotate forward so your belly comes down towards the mat. And you might already find a spot. So I'm going to pause right here, take a few breaths, and once that slowly starts to release, I can bring my right foot forward and continue all the way over onto the top of my quad. So remember, with your quadricep, you want to go back and forth. So I'm going to roll side to side here. Once I find another tight spot, an option you can do is, again, that contracting and releasing, or I can bend my left knee and then go side to side for a whole new opportunity to find some release here. Once that left side feels complete, we'll roll back onto the side, and then we'll go towards the right. So coming onto the right side, position your roller so you're at the back of the roller so you have room to come toward the mat. So again, right palm down or right forearm. And when you're ready, start to roll forward onto that quadricep. Top leg can come forward for support. Finding some areas, there we go. And then when you're ready, maybe come right on top of the quad. So once you're on the top of the muscle, you can again slowly bring that heel towards your hip, add a little more intensity, and maybe rock side to side again. You might not have to go very far until you find another area that needs attention. And then when you're ready, coming back to center, you can roll onto your side once more and release that foam roller. Next up are our adductors. These are great to get into that space. We'll come into a tabletop position, and I'll go ahead and start with the left side so you guys can see this first. Place the foam roller off to the side, bend that left knee, and basically roll right onto the roller. Extend that right foot back. I'll come down on my forearms. Now, the closer the foam roller comes to the midline, the more intense this is. And the easiest way to fire this up is to press that left knee down towards the mat. So I'm going to keep rolling in until I find my first area here. Pressing that left knee down, finding my breath, gently releasing, and then maybe roll closer in toward the body. So remember, feel free to spend as much time as you'd like in each of these poses and give yourself the opportunity for that self-massage, for that self-care. I'm going to go ahead and switch over to the right. Rolling that foam roller over here. Bend the right knee, send those left toes back, and then gently start to roll that foam roller in toward the midline. Right knee starts to press down. Gravity comes into play a little bit here. And breathing into the tension. I'll take a few more breaths on the right side. And slowly roll out. So another way that I can use the foam roller is not only for this full body opening, but for your feet as well. So for that, we are actually going to use a wall space to help with balance. So when you're ready, I'll meet you at the wall. Now that we have worked the entire body, we'll go ahead and go to the feet. Using our wall here just for balance, place your foam roller right next to the wall and slowly come up onto the foam roller with both feet. I'm actually going to slide my left foot towards the left edge of the foam roller. This is the foot that we're going to work first. So leaning the foot in, so I'm working the inside of the arch of my left foot, and then press steady down into the foam roller, and then gently start to move to the outside of the foot. And again, pausing along the way at any points that need some attention. Pressing nice and firmly into the foam roller. And then when you feel ready, you can start to move the blade of the foot out. So it's almost like you're trying to peel this edge of the foam roller off. Spending a few seconds here, or as long as you need. And then again, pressing firmly down into this foam roller. Take a few more breaths. And then we can switch over towards the right. So I'll just turn right around here. Again, I'll place my right foot towards the right side of the foam roller, using the wall for balance. Come up. And then go right to it, to the inside of this right arch. Press down into the foam roller. And then very slowly start to go to the outside of the foot. Coming onto the blade of the right foot. If you'd like to work on peeling that foam roller edge off, so I'm just cutting into it here. Coming back to center if you'd like. Press firmly down. And again, you can roll up and down the foam roller here, finding different parts of the foot. So if you want to come to the ball of the foot, you can work that as well. But I like to mainly work the arches here. Gently coming off. And you might feel a little more circulation in your feet. That is fantastic. We can also use our foam rollers in our yoga practice as another prop. So for that, I like to use this 2-in-1 from ProSource. You can actually unscrew it to be 2 different foam rollers. So I'll place one on one side of the mat at the top. I can take out this extra piece, and I'll place the other right next to it, coming into downward facing dog. So spend as many breaths here in your downward dog as you would like. And when you're ready, inhale that right leg high to the sky. And exhale, bring it all the way through. Coming into that low lunge. So we have the right knee stacked over the right ankle. Then I can grab my foam rollers here, and they could give me that extra balance, that extra stability. I'm squeezing everything into the midline, fire at my core, and lift my chest and lengthen my spine. So I'm getting some great strength building here. I'm opening up this left hip with a little bit of help from my foam rollers. And when you start to feel stable, come up a little higher, and eventually moving toward your crescent lunge if you would like. Bring the hands back down. Drop that back heel, open it up. Straighten that front leg. Another pose we can use these foam rollers for is our Trikonasana, our triangle pose. I could place my right hand on my foam roller, open up my left, gaze up toward the sky, and what this added height does from this foam roller, it allows my spine to be lengthened, and I can open up my hips, I can open up my chest, and find my Trikonasana, my triangle pose here. Again, just adding a little bit more confidence, helping my alignment. And when you're ready, left hand comes down, moving right into a revolved triangle. I can take this foam roller onto its side, come onto the ball of my left foot, straighten my right leg, inhale, lengthen my spine, exhale, twist. So again, just a little bit of extra height here for my foam roller. Opening up the chest, taking a couple deep breaths, and coming right back down. Then I can drop my heel back to the earth. Take my second foam roller, place it in front. I can even bring this back for a little help as I go right into my half moon. Lifting that back leg, finding my balance, stacking my left hip on top of my right. And again, this added height from this foam roller allows me to lengthen my spine, stack my left hip on top of my right, and open up, half moon. Spend as much time here as you would like, continuing to work the strength, the balance, even the flexibility in this posture. And then slowly release. Coming down onto our mat, we'll place both foam rollers off to the side. And then come to a seat. Slowly recline onto your back, soles of the feet onto the earth, bending the knees, palms down by your hips. Keep the feet about hip distance. And when you're ready, press the feet into the earth. We're gonna come into a bridge pose, lifting those hips high towards the sky. Grab one of your foam rollers, slide it right underneath your low back. Exhale, release the hips down. And this added texture here from this foam roller feels really nice on my low back. Feel free to close your eyes. Relaxing into the pose. Allow gravity to help you open here. Spending as much time as you would like. And when you're ready, slowly press the feet into the earth. Lift the hips back up toward the sky. You can slide that roller right off of your mat. And then think upper back, middle back, lower back as you gently release back onto the ground. Coming up to seated. We can also use our foam rollers for a shavasana here, a supported variation. The first one I'm actually going to place underneath my knees. The second one I'll place at the top of my mat and recline again all the way onto my back. Get myself into position here. So the first one's underneath my knees for a supported variation. The second one is underneath my neck. And again, this added texture is just a little bit more massage onto my body. Arms down by my side. Exhale, completely relax into my shavasana. Allow my feet to come out wide. My hips to be heavy, my shoulders to be relaxed. Feel free to spend as much time here in your final shavasana as you would like. And whenever you're ready, you can bring the soles of the feet to the earth, bending the knees. And I like to just roll right off of my prop onto my side here, spending a few moments in your fetal position. And then you can come right up to seated. Thank you so much for joining me. I really hope you found this to be helpful. Please subscribe to our Yogi Approved YouTube channel for all of our latest videos. See you next time.